Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mr. Trevor Rose. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're here for the first time. I just wanted to make a little bit of a Star Wars theory video just to add on to my last video. Now, quick little note at the beginning here. I still have not seen The Last Jedi, even though it's been out for 2 days now in America. So if there's things that destroy the theory or whatnot, oh well, I'm sorry. Oops. But yeah, if there are things like that, don't obviously leave spoilers in the comment section down below. But anyhow, I'm gonna get right on to the video. So the theory is, if you haven't seen my last video, which you should definitely check out, the theory is that Obi-Wan Kenobi had a child with Duchess Satine that he didn't know about, and Duchess Satine, knowing it was going to be a Force-sensitive child, gave it up to the Jedi Order, and the child grew up to be Sors Bandaeum, which is the child we see in the Return of the Jedi, when Anakin goes into the council chambers, and it's the child that goes, "Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?" So yeah, the theory is that he's somehow the child of Duchess Satine and Obi-Wan, and then in the future, he becomes Snoke and manipulates the Force to create Rey, or does some clone stuff, or I don't know what he would have to do to create Rey. And I know from Rian Johnson, I believe it was said that, or the director of The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, he said that Rey's parents would be revealed, or at least Rey's parentage would be revealed in The Last Jedi. So I'm not sure if this is completely taken down or not. Anyhow, just wanted to get into some points that could expand upon this, like some evidence. So, sorry about all my moving around. So, Sors Bandaeum was raised by the Jedi, and from his point of view, on the day of Order 66, things had been going pretty poorly. So he was hiding in the temple because he had heard in the news that the Jedi had tried to overthrow the Supreme Chancellor and tried to kill him, which, you know, this makes him think a little bit less about the Jedi, a little lower, and that there were insurrections going on at the Jedi Temple where Jedi were trying to fight, but they were being suppressed by the clone troopers, by the military. So from Sor's point of view, the Jedi are evil, or at least the Jedi were in the wrong for that case. And then he's hiding in the council chambers, and then Anakin comes in, who is a renowned Jedi master, and he goes in and he starts killing the younglings. Now, in that actual scene, they all do have their lightsabers, and I'm not sure if training lightsabers are still canon, but if they are, they still have lightsabers. So when Anakin comes in to kill them, they might have been able to fend him off a little bit, or at least Sors a little bit, and he would survive with a big old gash and scarring and all the things that would turn him into Snoke. And that would be another thing, because if he knows that the Republic, which has transitioned into the Empire now, is hunting down Jedi, and they do have the Jedi archives to look into, then they'll know his name is Sors Bandaeum. So he changed his name to Snoke to put them off, I suppose, to make it less easy to find him, to make it more difficult for them to find him. And from his point of view, the Jedi were evil and had betrayed everything they believed in, and betrayed the Republic as well, and the Empire, or the soon-to-be Empire. So he was more like Anakin in that he wanted to stick with the Republic, and because the Jedi, in his views, had fought against the Republic, he decided it would probably be better for him to stick with the Empire, like, throughout the whole thing. So he did that. Now, I don't know what happens from episodes 3 to 6 with him, but something happens. Anyhow, he goes into hiding, goes into exile, probably like Obi-Wan did, which would be a great parallel. And then after that, after the Empire falls, he's still like a strong supporter of the Empire, so he wants to reassemble this galactic empire. I don't know why he would call it the First Order, but he calls it the First Order. And the interesting thing is, he was raised with Supreme Chancellor being the most important being in the universe, like leader of the galaxy. So he names himself the Supreme Leader Snoke, and I think that would really explain why he's called Supreme Leader. And he wouldn't be Supreme Chancellor because he's not elected. He just chose to lead the Empire back into what it should be. And there's my dog Cody. Oh, you can't see his face, but that would explain that. And also, if he was able to find out about Darth Plagueis or Darth Sidious and their manipulation of the Force, or the midichlorians to create life, and what they did to create Anakin, then he might find that he was like weak in health and everything. He was eventually going to die. He didn't want it to be the same sort of situation that the Empire had after the Emperor died, where there was just chaos and the whole thing fell apart. So instead he cloned, or he did something to create Rey. Now, obviously, I don't think Rey is her real name, because we see on the helmet she has next to her at the beginning of the movie, The Force Awakens, that it says Rey on it. So I think she just was raised to think she was Rey, but she's not really. And I recently watched a video by Star Wars Theory, where he discussed why Shmi Skywalker was chosen as the vessel for Anakin Skywalker, and one of the reasons was that it was a planet out of control of the Republic. Well, it was in control of the Republic, but it was in the Outer Rim, so it was far from the eyes of the Jedi. And so too is Jakku, and it's the same sort of situation. So it makes sense if it was there. Also, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, also Snoke's Praetorian Guards, which mirror the Emperor's royal guards. Because you can see that the First Order is really just the Empire, but better, like bigger, stronger, faster. So there was a transition from the Empire to the First Order, the same way there was a transition from the Republic to the Empire. And this would make sense if he wanted to keep like on the same train, but just continue growth. And if he had believed the Emperor was right in creating the Death Star to strike fear into the hearts of those who would seek to rebel against him, it would make sense why he made Starkiller Base, because he believed it to be impervious as well, and he wouldn't have known about the Death Star's flaw necessarily. So that's why the similar flaw was still in Starkiller Base. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to add to the theory. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, jazz hands up in here. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in a future video. Godspeed. Okay, and really quick before I actually do go, because I forgot to say this in the other segment that I recorded. Snoke, or Soars if you want to call him by his real name, he would actually not like the Skywalker family very much, and this might be what his plan is, to use Kylo Ren, who is the grandson of Anakin Skywalker, who really scarred him up, to completely destroy the rest of the Skywalker family. Now, Kylo Ren, in The Force Awakens, spoiler alert, he already killed Han Solo, his father, who's not a Skywalker, but we have seen in the Last Jedi trailers, he's forced into a position where he needs to kill his mother, and we do know, or at least I'm pretty sure, Princess Leia dies because Carrie Fisher dies, or she has died already, and in the trailers it makes it seem like it's Kylo's job to do it, and it'd be interesting if Supreme Leader Snoke was actually appointing him to do these things, to kill his parents and his family, his relatives, who are the Skywalker family. Because afterwards there would only be Luke Skywalker, who, interestingly enough, was the main problem, like the main enemy of the Empire, and the leader of rebellions and resurgencies and stuff like that. So of course, for that reason as well, Soars would be very against him, Snoke would be very against him, and it's interesting to see, because if he really was raised as a Jedi, so to use the light side of the Force and avoid the dark side, but after his encounter with Anakin, he learned that the dark side was really powerful. It would make sense as to why he wants to encourage Kylo Ren to use both the dark side and the light side, and why he supposedly does so himself. And he has what's been speculated to be a kyber crystal on his ring. This could have been from his lightsaber after he dismantled it, because he believed the Jedi were wrong, so he dismantled his lightsaber and he keeps the kyber crystal there to remind him of the greatest failure of the Jedi. Yeah, just forgot to put that in the rest of the video, so back to, oh no, actually not back to anything, I'm gonna put this at the end. You've already heard this already, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, like it, subscribe, share, all that YouTube jazz hands, round 2 of all this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and what I forgot to say in the last one, comment your thoughts and stuff on it in the comment section down below. Actually, you can leave spoilers in the comments if you want. I'm not going to check the comments until after I see The Last Jedi, so it's alright if you do. Sorry if you left the video when I said goodbye the first time. But yeah, just want to make those quick points. If you have anything that tears down this theory, or anything that helps support it and build it up, leave it in the comment section down below, and also leave ideas and suggestions for future videos for me to do, because I'm not a very idea dude. Anyway, see you. I'll see you off. I'll see you in a future video. Godspeed to you all.